Hey guys, welcome back to Keep It at 99 here with a Christmas special. And today we will be talking about just some history of Christmas, why things celebrated the way they are, and just some fun little facts about it. So this will be a pretty light episode, but hope you guys enjoy. So first things first, obviously Christmas is a very important holiday celebrated by many people, and a lot of people celebrate it for religious reasons. Some people celebrate it just for fun. So we'll get into more of that later, but to start us off, we're going to start with the date that Christmas is celebrated. There are two dates where Christmas is generally celebrated, which is January 7th and December 25th. December 25th is what most people know as Christmas. It is, just the day where most people celebrate Christmas. However, a lot of the Eastern churches celebrate Christmas on January 7th. And the reason for this is a calendar difference. The Eastern churches follow the structure of the Julian calendar, which equates to 365.25 days. The Julian calendar was established by Julius Caesar in the year 45 BC, and basically has a leap year every 4 years, and the year equals 365.25 days. However, in 1582, when Pope Gregory the 13th was the Pope of the Catholic Church, he changed the calendar and made it something called what we use now, the Gregorian calendar, which kind of takes into account to the social drift that was an issue seen in the Julian calendar, and it changed the average length to 365.2425 days. So essentially it would mean like every 130-ish years, the Gregorian calendar would fall back one more day than the Julian calendar. And when they did this, they also fixed the previous, since the Julian calendar started, and went back 10 days in time. So that's why that's why Christmas is celebrated on two different dates. So it's got nothing to do with theology or church politics. It's genuinely because there's a calendar difference, which is very interesting. But it's also very important to note that even though this is just a calendar, the Eastern Church has still found it important to keep what they thought was correct, to keep what the tradition that they had kept for their whole lives. So it's a good reminder for us that we shouldn't just conform to whatever happens, even if they might be good changes. Sometimes we need to wait on those and make sure that they stick. But this brings us to the real meaning of Christmas. A lot of people nowadays just celebrate Christmas as a time to give gifts and to be with friends and family, and that's not really what Christmas is. Christmas is obviously the incarnation of Christ. That's what it's supposed to be celebrated as. As in Orthodoxy, it's called the Feast of the Nativity, which is the incarnation of Christ. And so that's really what the main goal behind this holiday should be, instead of just being a social hangout and giving gifts. And obviously there's this popular thing in nowadays called the war on Christmas, where people see Christmas as just some commercial game that people play, and it's we need to stop this, we need to completely get rid of it. And I think obviously that's wrong, because Christmas is very vital to the social structure of the civilization we live in, but it's also important to maintain the religious value that it has. And going on the war on Christmas, Santa Claus obviously is not a real character. Sorry, kids. And he was invented and he was introduced into Christmas about the late 1800s, early 1900s. So he's very, very new to the Christmas scene, and he was really pushed by Coca-Cola, which is why he wears red and white, ironically. So the war on Christmas does hold value, because obviously Santa Claus is just a Coca-Cola commercial, but he does symbolize a real character. Saint Nicholas, the Bishop of Myra. Saint Nicholas was the Bishop of Myra around the year 250 AD. Myra is what is now a part of Turkey, and he was known for being very charitable and giving gifts to the poor and to kids in need all the time. He was always giving, and that's where we attribute this Santa Claus to him. Saint Nick was alive during the Council of Nicaea, and he did attend the Council of Nicaea as he was the Bishop of Myra. And legend has it that he slapped Arius in the face during some of the meetings, because he was very mad at the Arian heresy. So it just goes to show how obviously Santa Claus is not the jolly old character that we know. But it's important to understand where these characters come from, what they mean, and how we can, learn from them and apply them in our own lives. And this brings us to something else that's been highly commercialized for Christmas. There's one right next to me, the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree originally was a pagan symbol for the winter solstice, found mainly in Roman and Greek and Egyptian cultures. Specifically in Egyptian culture, it was seen at this winter solstice was seen as a time of year when the sun god Ra had the least power. And so people would celebrate that time of him having the least power and celebrate the fact that he would be coming again with more power, by putting evergreen tree leaves on their and palm branch leaves on their door frames to symbolize the power that's coming. And that has parallels to what Christmas means now for us today as Christians, that, obviously winter is the darkest time of the year. It's the time when the sun is we can see the sun for the least amount of time. And it's a reminder that, Christ comes, the light of the world comes in the darkest of times and darkest of places. So there are parallels that are obviously you can make between, even the ancient cultures and to Christianity. And it's just really beautiful seeing how, those things interact with each other. Going back to the Christmas tree was first used for Christmas by Germans in the 16th century. And this just further shows that anything Christianity, you can take anything and turn it into something godly. So that's been the podcast on Christmas. Has been very short. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you.